Everyone, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. I am back with my Etsy shop, and these are the items that I am going to feature in my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby, on Friday. That would be September the 27th at 5 p.m. I've had plenty of time to source new items, and I really like what I got in the shop for you this week. I hope you do too. There's a little bit of everything. It's mostly vintage glass and some fabulous, should I say fabulous with a capital F, pottery. Really, really collector type pottery. I hope you're looking forward to it. I took a 3-week break. Let me fix my light because I think I look like a vampire. I took a 3-week break. As you know, I was in France, and then, getting back in the swing of things, I took advantage of an additional week to really go and thrift and source items to fill up the shelves. I don't know if you can tell this, kind of like new things here and there. Some really cool items, and I have more in the car actually that I gotta bring in. So without further ado, let's start, as always, with the one item that is in the thumbnail. So some of you probably already spotted it. I have a cat. You want to come in? Are you going to... Okay, you can come in, but don't break anything. Come on in. Okay, all right. My assistant. We're going to leave the door a little bit open, okay? Okay, come in. Don't break anything. As though she's going to listen. That's my Mayday. Mayday is my assistant. She's my baby, my queen. Hello. Okay, that's my coffee. All right. I said I wasn't going to let you come in anymore because you break stuff. She broke one thing once. Hi, baby. Okay. Where was I? Yes, you probably spotted it already. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, I got to switch glasses. This is 1950s Fenton. It's mill glass, but it's pink. So in the 1950s, they started making mill glass in cheerful colors. They started making them in green, in blue, and in pink. They are actually hard to find. I went back this way because I think the color looks better. You can see the true color this way. Okay, so this is the pattern called Silvercrest. The Silvercrest is basically mill glass to which they added a clear band of glass on the edge. So basically they press the glass, and then while it's formed, right at the end, they add one ribbon of clear glass to it. Okay, so it's usually white, and I've sold a few in white. But they started making it in color. They have it in ivory color. I've never seen it in blue, but I know they've made it in pink. And I know that some people don't like when I say it's rare, but it is. Check out the prices online on Etsy. Some of them a bit outrageous. I'm not gonna ask for an outrageous price, but they're hard to come by. You don't see them very often. I think post World War II, there was kind of a need for cheerful colors, for things that were kind of uplifting the overall morale. Hence, the 1950s colors that you saw in cars, in kitchens, in bathroom. We started seeing a lot of blues, a lot of teal, a lot of yellow, a lot of greens, a lot of pinks. And then with the 60s, that continues, but with different tones. But there was a lot of colors in kitchens and in things like this. Everything started to be a little bit more cheerful. There was a demand for that. It reflected kind of a renewal and rejuvenation, I guess. And glass making, and Fenton in particular, Westmoreland, all of those Indiana glass companies started making colored glass, and here's an example of it. You're not going to find a lot of them at the thrift store. You usually find the regular run-of-the-mill mill glass white ones, like the one I have coming up next. The pink one, I'm telling you, is rare. You're not going to find a lot of it. The blue one, even more. But the pink one is just beautiful. It's a pretty color. It's kind of like a peach pink. I don't know if you can see it. Look at the website when I post it on Friday. You're going to see really good close-up to it. So what is it? It's a compote. Okay. So compote, you know, the French word for compote is basically like an applesauce, like a fruit jam, a fruit puree, and you just serve it, you know, and eat it with a spoon. It's on a pedestal. You can use it for other purposes. This is so feminine. It is so elegant. It would be beautiful in a bathroom, just as a catch-all for jewelry or any pieces that you want to, you know, keep away from your sink. Even if you just, you know, use it for a few lipsticks, or you can just display it in your dining room or anywhere. It's just so pretty. Look at this thing. Pedestal. Okay, it's not sign. No, it's not. Fenton back in those days just used stickers. If it was Westmoreland, it would have a stamp, but no. So it's a Fenton from the 50s. It's a pink silver crest, ruffled compote. That was item number 1. Okay, so this is a little bit different. This is a basket. This is by Indiana Glass. Indiana Glass was making mill glass like all of the other companies. This one is really cool, actually. It's a pattern called Constellation. It's from the 60s. And look at this. Almost looks like a, I don't know why, it makes me think of Courrèges, the French designer. Courrèges used to make dresses with that kind of, whatever you call them, like medals, or he had like a credit card type dress. You see what I mean? It's really cool. I like it. So it's called Constellation. It's a mill glass basket. It's quite heavy. It's in perfect condition. It's beautiful mill glass. It's got a very nice ring to it. There's a metal, there's lead in it, but most glass does have it. Most mill glass does. It's really small. You're not gonna die from it. Okay, collectors, you know that. Very nice stamp right here. Looks like a medallion on both sides. And those were meant to be on side tables in the living room. You would put fruits in it, or you would put candies in it. You could use it to put bananas if you want to, or floral arrangements. Either fresh florals, you would put a frog at the bottom with some foam, or you can do a silk flower arrangement, or you can use it as a bride's basket if you want. It's a bridal basket used to be in, you know, Victorian time. You would offer it to a bride right before the wedding, and at the reception she would place her bouquet in the basket at the reception after the wedding, and then she would have a bouquet dried, and she would keep the bouquet, a wedding bouquet, in the basket on display, either in the dining room or you know, on top of a piano or whatever. That's what a bridal basket used to be. So that could be used for that as well. It's a very, very nice piece. It's Indiana. It's not, you know, a company that is renowned for its mill glass, but nonetheless, it's a very heavy piece. It's really nice. Love the radial pattern here at the bottom. Very nice handle, nicely smooth handle. Again, perfect condition. If you collect mill glass or you're just starting on your mill glass collection, It's a good one to start with. It's really cool. And again, look at this pattern. Isn't it cool? Very 60s. And I think it's very current still in terms of the pattern. It's not too frou-frou, you know what I mean? It's modern, polished, not too girly. I like it. So that's item number 2. Okay, moving on. I'm staying in glass. Oh. Should I close this now? Are you gonna come back? I'm closing. Okay, because it's distracting me in the camera. It's distracting the camera and the focus. I'm struggling to let it go. This one is going to be hard to give you the best close-up. Look at this thing. This is fabulous. This is from the 60s, late 50s, early 60s. What is it? It's cut crystal. I wish I could give you a better close-up. I need to have a dark background for this. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, look at this. Again, go on the website when I post it on Friday. You're going to see really good pictures of it. This is ENR, Germany, West Germany. And it's got crystal, lead crystal. These were meant to be juice pitchers. This is, or you can do claret wine, but they're really meant for juice. When they have a long spout like this, they're meant for juice. So perfect for cranberry or orange juice. Gorgeous cut right here. And then there's a repeat of the cuts right here on both sides. And then there's a rose right here. Do you see the rose? Look at this. But they added more details to it too. Look, it's like those little notches right here. I don't know if you can see them on both sides. Really comfortable handle. Same thing with a radial bottom right here, footed. Okay, it's a stunning picture. It's really beautiful. So I checked it out online. The prices online are all over the place for this one. I've seen it at 150. I've seen it way less than that. It's kind of difficult to price crystal pictures. I think they are based on demand and the quality. This one is really good quality. It is really, really good quality. It's beautifully made. It's heavy. It's got great design, and it's just a phenomenal picture. It really is. Sometimes you see pictures and you look at them and you're like, yeah, it's nice, but this one, it's the line, just the line. When you look at it, it's perfection. It's got this balloon shape. It has this duck bill here. The spout pours perfectly. It's great, I'm telling you, for breakfast. If you have, the holidays are coming, right? You're gonna have family over. Imagine yourself serving cranberry cocktail juice, orange juice if you're doing mimosas for the first breakfast with the family, and you put that on the table. You're gonna be a star. It's stunning. I'm having a hard time letting it go. I'm just saying, you know. Okay, so ENR, West Germany, crystal picture, super vintage, fantastic. Look at the pictures. It sparkles. It will blind you. Okay, when I come back, let's do tea. Tea for one. This cutest little thing. This is not super vintage. It's from the 90s, but saw it and I fell in love with it. Look at this little thing. This is by a brand called Nantucket. You've heard of it. It's part of the giftware collection, but it's cute. It's super cute. It's cute for decor and it's useful. It's tea for one. You've seen them before. It's basically a teapot that's also a teacup. So the top part is the teapot and the bottom part is the teacup. So you put your tea in the teapot, and when it's brewed, you have your teacup. Tea for one. Let me give you a close-up. So it's gold accent with little flowers, cobalt blue throughout. And cute. It says Nantucket at the bottom. It's made in China. You know, I mean, again, it's from the 90s, so most of everything that was made around that time, you're gonna find it to be made in China. I like that the handle is inverted on the teapot. The spout is in perfect condition, and it is not a self-straining teapot. Remember, I was talking about that, I think, in the last video. Tea lovers, we look for things like that. How's the spout? Is it in perfect condition? Yes, it is. And is the teapot self-straining? It's not. So either you put a tea bag in there, or you put your own little bowl, or you're gonna have to use one of those little strainers. But you notice that I'm dipping it, and the good thing about it is that I'm gonna hold it. Okay, it's holding. Okay, this thing is not falling, so it's got a good hold. It's pretty neat. Tea for one by Nantucket. I'll put the pattern on the screen. It's very elegant. The way they designed it actually looks very much like a Sèvres, a French Sèvres porcelain, with the gold and the blue and the flowers all around. And you see how they designed it, where it's inverted and they meet right there in the middle. It's pretty neat. It's inexpensive, but it's a nice gift. I like it. I think the cornflowers, and I think that's what the pattern is. Okay, so that's just one teapot. The second teapot is an unknown potter. I can't find the name, but it's pottery, and it's an Asian teapot. And I really like this because it's very crude, and I've mentioned that before. I really like pottery, you know that, I'm a big fan of pottery, but I really love crude pottery out of all the potteries. This one is something else. Okay, so it's an Asian inspired, probably is Asian, teapot. Look at the short spout right here. It's very short. This one is self-straining. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a high gloss, a short spout, a really heavy top right here. It's finished with a satin on the inside. Let me show you the inside here. Maybe you can see it. And then the inside still has, I don't know if you can see it. It has some design in it as well. Can you see? I don't think you can, but it's got some burnished design in it. But the inside of it is satin. And then when you look at it, you can really see the double wall here, where they have the self-straining part of it. Look at the pictures again, you'll see it better. Where I'm saying that it's very crude is that when you look here, perfect. Look at the drip of the glaze on it. You can see the glaze drip here, here, here. And some people may be turned off by it. I find it to be really cool, actually, because it shows the process And then it's unfinished here at the bottom, but they give you pads. It's heavy. It's a heavy pot. It's in perfect condition. It's really neat. Nice handle. Very heavy. Burnished cover here. You see that? So what I mean by that is to put a little bit of metal in it. So when it gets fired, stay focused. When it gets fired in the kiln, it has like a little bit of a bronze effect to it. It's such a cool pot. Here's another one I would totally keep for myself, but we're not going to start collecting teapots, okay? I got too many collections. So if you like teapots, why not start with this one? Particularly if you like Asian teapots. It's really neat. I really like the fact that you can see the glaze drip on it. And I looked, trust me, I looked. There's no signature on it, no stamp. Don't know who made this. Don't know. Okay, when I come back, I have two pieces. If you want to start collecting pottery, but you want to be serious about collecting pottery, these pieces are for the serious pottery collectors. I invite you to go check it out online. The prices for these pieces are out there. Out there. I didn't know at all. When I picked them up, I saw them, I was like, oh, this is nice. It's like, this is good pottery. I had no idea who the person was, but I recognized the quality. When I saw them, I was like, oh, I'm picking this up. And turned out that, I guess I have a good eye, I don't know. They're quite the find. So when I come back, the find. So, you know that California has a tradition of having a lot of potteries and a lot of ceramics. I guess it's always been a very, like the Bay Area, San Francisco in particular, Los Angeles, San Francisco, they've always been very artist friendly. In 1948, there was a lady and a husband. Her name was Edith Heath. They started a company, and they were doing ceramics, and that was 1948. And what they wanted to do was very functional pieces that would just make people happy, but they wanted those pieces to not just be functional, but they also wanted them to be very simple. They didn't want anything elaborate. So they created everyday pieces that were very flat, didn't require a lot of designs. They were just pure, simple plates, pure, simple tumblers or pitchers. There was nothing to them. It was the simplicity of the pieces that was the beauty of them. And it became their signature pieces. And then over the years, they ended up creating a factory that ended up being known as Heath Ceramics. I had no idea who they were. All I know is that I'm strolling around the aisles at the Goodwill, and I am going through, a whole bunch of stuff, and lo and behold, what do I find but these two pieces? And I'm like, oh, well, this is nice. These are simple looking, but they're very good quality. And I look underneath and it says Heath. And I'm like, never heard of them. So I like the price. I walked away with them, and you probably saw me pick them in my latest video. And then I went home and I did a little bit of research. It turned out to be Edith Heath from the 1960s. Both of them. And they are very sought after. This is a creamer. This is a pitcher. They're both in the same color, which is a grayish white with a brown. And this is what I was telling you about in terms of the simplicity of the line. So it's got that definite mid-century look to it. It's pure. There's no fuss to it. It serves its purpose, but it is stunning in its simplicity with regards to the line. It pours. It's got the perfect amount, and the weight is there. It's just perfection in terms of the way it's handled, the way it's made, the amount that you put in it. It's not too much, too little. It's just, there's so much thought that goes into these pieces. That's how you know that these are serious artists who think about the pieces that they create. So Edith Heath, Heath Ceramics. I have two pieces. I have a creamer. I'm going to sell them separately. I have a creamer and I have a pitcher. And I'm telling you, the prices are outrageous. And I'm nowhere near going to sell them for those prices. And I'm not just saying that because I want to move them. I'm saying this to you because, and I've said that before in my videos, when I do these types of videos, because I really want folks to own good pieces, and I want people to start collecting. And I know that very often we are intimidated by prices, and people give up. People want something, they see the price and they just give up, or they get disappointed, or they disengage. And that's not what I want for you. I want you to be able to own beautiful pieces. And I want you to come back, because I want you to remember and tell people that Frenchy and Tubby's got the best prices. I've seen this one selling for close to $200. And I've seen this one selling for close to $120. I understand. I get it. They're highly sought after. They have a big name attached to them. They're from the 60s. It's mid-century modern pottery. They're a big deal. I get that. But I want you to collect. I want you to own them. I want you to have a piece of American pottery history in your home. So I'm not going to sell them for that price, because that's not who I am. I want people to have these opportunities. It's not what I do. I don't know if I explain it properly. I really want people to have opportunities to collect and have and own beautiful things in their home. That's what my shop is about. I want you to have beautiful things, and these are stunning. And you know I love pottery. I would love to keep those, but I want you to have them because I have plenty of pottery. So we have the large pitcher and the small creamer. They've had many features in museums with regards to the type of pottery that they did. So they're very well known. I just had never heard of them. And I'm glad I picked those up, because I've learned a lot about the type of pottery they did. And it's so different from the California pottery that I know and I've sold in the shop. Do I have any pieces right now? No. But a typical piece that you would see from that era would be this, which is kind of like, in your face, colorful, with flourish, and it's about the same time period. You see the difference? She was going for a totally different look, and I can appreciate that. So anyway, these are the 7 items going in the shop. What a comeback! What a comeback! What would I keep pretty much everything. I'm in trouble, okay? You know, when I source items for the shop, I'm shameless, I'll tell you. I only pick items that I would pick for myself. So a lot of what you see in the shop is my own taste. It's true. Sometimes I do pick things that I think people would like, in particular, you know, or cat items. But it's true. I would definitely keep everything. My favorite, it's got to be the crystal pitcher by E&R, and then the ruffle by Fenton. But listen, I'm already thinking, I was just telling my Patreon folks today, it's Monday by the way, I just got back from work. I was just telling them today that I feel like I need to do another decluttering series. It's time. I'm in trouble again, so yeah, I just can't keep bringing stuff in the house. So yeah, time to sell stuff. Anyway, all 7 items will be in the shop Friday, the 27th of September at 5 p.m. So get ready behind your keyboard, 5 p.m. Eastern. If you see anything that you like, and if you want to see close-ups, get on the shop. The link is up here or down below. And if you really want something, trust that somebody else does too, so you might want to make sure, put an alarm on. Some of those items may not last. So I will see you next week for 7 more items. You want a sneak peek? I'll give you a sneak peek. 1941 Royal Albert. That's the original American Beauty from 1941. I got 2 of those. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.